Say hello to everyone. Oh, look at that face. Look at his little face. Whee! She wanted to be on the live. She keeps walking in front of the camera. Hi, guys. What are you doing? What do you want? You just want attention. Oh, God's sake. This is going to go on all day, guys. Daphne. She's sitting on the computer. No, sit here. Hi, guys. Oh, sit there. That's a good spot. Oh, is that very good? Oh, she's got her head tucked into my arm. Hi, guys. Oh, comfy. What are you doing? You putting your head down there? Oh, yes. Oh, having purrs. Having a wee purr. Oh, purr, purr, purring. Yes. There you go. Okay. We're back. Hi, guys. That's Daphne. She needs lots of attention. She's very demanding. Yes, we hear you. Can you hear the purring? Oh, you're pressing buttons. Gotta get down now. Hi, guys. Hi, Miss Annie. Hi, Brianna. Hi, Lisa. Oh, that's Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Hi, Sarah Bay. Hi, baby love. Hi, guys. Yes, little Daphne. She needs constant attention. Hello, I'm here. Pat me. Hi, guys. I can hear you still purring over there. Come up here, Daphne. Oi, come up here. Sit in your spot. She has to sit right next to me when I'm not working. Come on, up here. Come on, up here. That's your spot. Oh, that's lovely. Very good. Hi, Dylan. Hang on. Yeah, she's beautiful. She's got a tail like a possum. People are like, you got a possum or a cat? I'm like, it's a cat. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Oh, Christ. Okay, I'm going to the top. Coming back again, are you? Hey, Lois, I've been affirming for SP. Basically, SP saw me leaving with this code from his dorm. He sent me a text saying he's done, no hard feelings. Oh, he's done. Mind you, I wanted to be in a relationship with him before school started. So I did what you told me on a live prior, which was to love my love and not put it on hold. We started arguing when I got to college about him checking someone out about being with guys, and I kept telling him I don't like them. Oh, so he's paranoid about you talking to other guys. After him telling take care, I saw him at the cafeteria and tried to be cordial. He was acting dry and left the table. What should I do? I've been affirming and having an inner combo because I want this to work. I've been telling him mentally he misses me and wants to put in an effort and he's not jealous. Yeah, get rid of the story that he's jealous. Get rid of the story that you upset people. So if you've got a story that you upset people like I do, then you'll upset people, right? You'll even upset your own boyfriend, okay? They'll block you, they'll act all triggered, they'll act jealous. It's because you think you do things wrong. I've done something wrong, right? You could think, oh God, I hope he didn't mind me talking to that guy, or he gets a bit jealous sometimes, or I hope he doesn't think. Next minute they've thought it. Guys, it's tied to your self-concept. So darling, what's your self-concept about feeling wrong or feeling not good enough or feeling like you fuck things up or feeling like people don't support you or people aren't there for you? There's something to do with that. That's the crux here you have to get to. You can say he's not jealous all you like, but he's only reflecting you. So what are you thinking about you that's making him do that? Got it? Hey, Queen. So I need your advice. So I had two boos. One is my first love, but one was a side piece, but he was so fine. Well, he was coming over, being all over, trying to kiss me, but he had a girlfriend. I wanted to ignore it, but I was like, you have a girlfriend, so I felt bad for dealing with him. Well, later he sent me a paragraph saying how he can't be anything and I deserve the world, but I still want him. I know circumstances don't matter, so the girlfriend doesn't matter, but what should I affirm? Also, I want my first love. I want my first love, but don't want anything serious. Well, guys, if all you want is something not serious, then decide it's not serious. Decide it's just fun. Decide that that's what it is for you. You can have whatever kind of relationship you want, and the girlfriend doesn't matter. So affirm that you're with him, the one you actually want. See yourselves together. Don't worry about what they said. The paragraph he sent you was your fears confirmed. So what were you thinking before that made him write that? Guys, whatever they write, you thought. Or it's completely tied to your self-concept. You're not aware of it's something you think about yourself or them. Guys, sometimes the text is word for word your self-concept. You guys are so unaware of what your self-concept is, like I get rejected, that you don't realize you thought that. And people will be like, oh, but I didn't exactly think what he said. No, but do you think you get rejected? Oh, do you think you get abandoned? Do you think people are flaky? Do you think guys are players? Do you think you never get committed to? Isn't it in the message? Oh, something's in my ear. Hi, Lois, part one. The past year, I've worked on changing my self-concept, negative thoughts, old stories, still have such a hard time controlling negative thoughts. I've scripted, meditated, keep busy, EFT, etc. My biggest challenge is not feeling important or worthy. I'm 61. It's frustrating. My monkey brain won't stop. I haven't manifested much positive, as I'm sure you can guess why. I've listened to tapes for over a year and I don't know what to do anymore. Lisa, look, you can change your whole life at any age. My mum started her own business at 63, right? 60, you're thinking your age is a problem. Like, I've been doing this for so long and I'm now at this age. Now what? Age is a number, darling. So just get that out of your head for a start. When I get my self-concept course out, really sit down and do the test, the assessment, because maybe you're not aware of what your actual negative thoughts are that you need to change. You might think there's certain things, but there's core stuff that you haven't recognized yet, and that's what's running the show. So you can be trying to affirm a whole lot of stuff, but actually you haven't got to the core of the problem, and that's why nothing's working. That's what a lot of your problems are, that you guys aren't aware of your own stuff because your brain isn't telling you what the problem is. It doesn't want you to know. The whole point of your subconscious, guys, it's subconscious means not aware. So your subconscious mind, its job is to not make you aware of what it's doing. So a lot of you aren't aware of your own shit. That's what my self-concept course is about. Because a lot of you don't even know what it is you're meant to be fixing. And that's why you're having a hard time. Because you don't know why you've got all the negative thoughts you've got. You've got to figure that out. So when my self-concept course comes out, you'll know what it is. Darling, listen to the tapes. You have to actually identify the problem. You're probably listening to the wrong tapes. You're probably not even listening to the right thing. What happened to you as a kid? Tell me what your kid's story is. Tell me what your childhood is, and I'll tell you what the problem is. What were your parents like? Tell me right now. Hi, Lo. Spent the night with SP. Had an amazing time. He told me he wants to see me more. Oh, but still wants to stay on apps and not rush into things and see what happens. I know I caused this, trying to give a good meaning, but should I just see us as fully committed and manifest a relationship and ignore 3D? Yes, ignore that 3D, darling. And if he says something like that, go, oh, okay. And just laugh. And just be like, if you say so, or whatever reaction you want to have, and just be like, you won't find anyone on there that's anything like me. I'm the only choice. I've also stopped drinking as I realized that's what was getting triggered the most with SP when we argued, and I'm feeling more clear-minded. I already feel like my self-concept is working the way I get treated, aka people calling me beautiful in real life. It feels good. Oh, wonderful. After a year of studying this, I'm finally getting it's about me and everyone's you pushed out. This is my reality and I get what I want. Oh, wonderful, darling. That's great. Well, as I was imagining and affirming my SP loves me, and he said, I love our friendship. What went wrong? What childhood wound is this showing? How do I fix it? Well, maybe you think he's not attracted to you. Maybe you think he's better than you. Maybe you got a whole lot of, I'm not good enough. Something's wrong with me thinking. And you can say, I want him to love me. I want love. But your story about him is, no, he doesn't really love me because there's this about me that's wrong. This about me that he doesn't want. What's your story about what it is he doesn't want about you? Where's it coming from? Hey, Loz, just saw SP Sunday and it was good. But last night, third party called and was basically rambling about how they're still together. And he said he only messed with me because I know he got a girlfriend and still talk to him, which is not true. He told me they broke up. She said that he's been driving her car and I got upset because he had me sitting in her car because he said it was his sister's. So he's been lying. I got upset and said something to him. So he didn't talk to me all day, didn't even try to explain it. I don't know what to do anymore, but I don't want to give up part 3. Brianna, there's something going on here where you can't trust people. Where's that coming from? So for some reason you can't trust him and therefore he's turning up as a liar. Either that or you have a story that other people keep secrets from you or people hide things or you can't quite get close enough to people. Something's going on there where you're not the fully chosen person for a start, and then secondly, you can't even trust him. So where's the not being able to trust him stuff coming from? And how do you even know all this? Is this girl ringing you up and communicating with you? That's fucked up. How's that happening? Do you have a story that other girls competition and you're not chosen? That's why she's even in your reality. Right? See yourself with him, but also figure out where you're getting those beliefs from. Loz, I know that time doesn't matter, but what I saw someone that said it shouldn't take years to manifest an SP. Is this true? I'm confused. Mason, who gives a shit what these dumb creators are saying? Sometimes it does take years if you haven't fucking changed your mind. Yes. Sometimes it takes 2 days. It takes as long as it takes for you to convince your subconscious mind that you're with your SP and your self-concepts. The self-concept of a person who's loved. Is your self-concept a person who's loved? Are you with your SP in your mind? If you're not, it might take a little more time. Yeah. Please stop listening to morons, guys. So many of you come in here and go, such and such said. I couldn't give a shit what such and such said. It's your own reality, guys. If you decide it's going to take you a long time, guess what will happen? It'll take a fucking long time. I ignored everyone telling me that my SP is a huge red flag and just assumed that he's not. Darling, that's your fears manifest. I'm sorry. It's got nothing to do with anyone else, Danielle. What about you identifies red flags in people? What about you can't trust people? What about you thinks guys are players and won't commit to you? What about you fears the outcome won't be good? That's about you, darling. Everyone's just reflecting your thoughts about yourself not getting committed to or attracting players or people not being able to be trusted. Were you abused as a kid? Something's going on here, Danielle, not to be personal, but something's going on here. It's really got nothing to do with anyone else. You can ignore them all you like, but they're actually reflecting your fears. So what are your fears about that person and about you in general in relationships? Hi, Lois. So yesterday I reacted 3D. Me and my SP got into an argument and I said something that made him upset. A revised situation, been affirming self-concept in a relationship. I'm currently trying to do things that distract me, like cooking, working out. I'm also affirming the revised story at when last night pops up. Good, do that, guys. Revise it as soon as you can. Like as soon as something happens, don't linger in the thoughts of, oh no, I fucked this up, or this has happened, or he's angry with me, or he's upset with me. Get rid of it straight away. But that's a whole lot of dulling. If you upset someone that made him upset, you've got a dominant story that you upset people. You should be able to think, I can say whatever I like and he loves me so much, I never upset him. But for you to even write that made him upset, you've got a dominant story that either people are volatile and they don't agree with you, or you upset people because you do things wrong and you're not enough, and you trigger people or you upset people and you do things wrong. So there's a story there of I do things wrong, I upset people, and people don't listen to me or aren't there for me or push me away or disappear or reject me, okay? And that's where it's coming from. So you can imagine and revise it all you like, but you've actually got to get rid of the core story that you get rejected. Otherwise, it will happen again, Cindy. This is what I teach here, guys. You can revise things all you like. You manifest your person back all you like, and I'm doing inverted commas because so many people teach manifesting your specific person. You're manifesting your specific person. You're changing you, and then they reflect the change, okay? You're not changing you enough, Cindy, in this scenario. You're worried about the relationship and revising the event, but you caused the event with your thinking about yourself. That's the thing you actually need to change. Yes, do the revision, but what in you caused a situation where a person gets upset with you? I've done that recently, and I had to really assess that when the person got upset with me, it was about me thinking I upset people. And it's still happening because it happened, and I was talking about it yesterday in my live yesterday, that I have a dominant assumption I do things wrong and upset people, and therefore I upset people. Until I get rid of that assumption, it'll continue to happen. Hi, my success today was postponing a test. Oh, Cindy, wonderful. Wonderful. How do you truly know your self-concept has changed? Sometimes I just feel like I'm repeating myself in vain, which I've been told is not good. Mason, look, guys, you'll know because your life starts to change. Your life starts to change. I was writing what my copy was for my website, and people were saying to me, I said, what should my transformation statement be for my website? Like, I help people overcome their limiting beliefs to manifest love, or, something like that. That wasn't going to be it, but, And people were like, you change our whole lives by changing our mindset. And I thought, I can't write that. What an arrogant thing to say. Then I went through the comments written on my 1-year anniversary on TikTok, and every single page that I'd screenshot of lovely comments from my followers said, life-changing, you've changed my life has changed, everything's changed since I met you, thank you for changing my life. And I thought, okay, if that's what people think I do, then I guess I'll write that, even though it sounds like I'm blowing hot air up my own ass and it sounds really fucking arrogant. But that's the difference between my account and everyone else's. When your self-concept, when your concept of yourself changes, guys, your whole life changes. The way everyone treats you, not just your specific person. Your money situations, your feelings about yourself, your anxiety levels, your depression, your suicidal thoughts, everything changes. Everything. So Mason, if everything hasn't started changing yet, then be patient, because trust me, it will. And sometimes old shit shows up, but it'll start to change. It'll dominantly start to change eventually. I can't give you a time stamp as to when. But trust me when I say, and if you don't believe me, go to the Subconscious Laws free Facebook group and read all the success stories that turn up every day. We've had 3 engagements in the last couple of weeks, a marriage, and a girl who got pregnant from her husband who's had a vasectomy. Okay? We have a lot of success in there, life-changing success, not just my SP called me success. Okay? Go in there and believe that that's going to be you next. And guys, put your email in the email alert to the self-concept course. It's just here under Mason's comment. Whatever we assume and give good meaning to is what will manifest. Yes. So if we assume someone's behavior as being positive in our favor, is this what will happen? Yes. And continue to give a good meaning. Guys, if you think it's bad, it'll turn up bad. If you think it's good, it'll turn up good. If you start assuming someone's upset with you, they will be upset with you. You just got to think, oh, they're not upset with me. They're just busy at the moment. The reason why they haven't texted me back is they're just busy. Don't make the assumption. To make a really bad assumption, guys, my brother taught me this. The word assume spells out ass, you, me. To make an assumption is to make an ass of you and me. I never realized that. But to make a bad assumption about someone is to make an ass of you and them. Because you're putting a story on them that's not even true. So think the good story and that'll be true. Then you're not making an ass of yourself. Hi, Loz. Want to ask how to affirm passing my classes if I'm struggling in the 3D. Same thing financially in the 3D is showing me the opposite of what I'm affirming. Guys, well, stop saying it's showing me this. It's showing me that. Why are you fucking looking? Go back in your mind. Go within. Change it. Don't look at here. I don't know how much the course is yet, darling, because we're just assessing it based on the new platform, but it should be about the same as what I said before. Something I discovered while writing down affirmations is saying stuff like, I am known to be loved or I am known to be respected. That's great, Cindy. Write that. Why did you crack your message, Brooke? Hi, Loz, been sick for 5 days. Stop saying that. Keep affirming for perfect health, trying to live in the end of wellness. Well, darling, guess what? You're not doing it very well because you just told me you're sick. So you just affirmed that. So what are you affirming that for? You're not doing a very good job of affirming health when you just wrote down that you've been sick for 5 days. You've got to be really careful, guys. Like even when I say things like, I've got a dominant assumption that I upset people, do you hear that I'm still saying it? So what do you think keeps fucking happening in my reality? I keep upsetting people because I keep saying it on the lives. I'm affirming that. Stop affirming that you're sick. I know you're just asking me a question, but you've literally just affirmed it. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and nothing's going to be wrong with me. Hi, Loz. How can you successfully live in the end if the 3D manifestation is delayed and you don't want to fall into the lack mindset of being in separation from your SP? Guys, look, the separation thing, I just need you guys to get this. There is no separation. The more you fucking get that, the easier this will be. There's you, and that's it. And everyone else is a reflection of you in your reality. Look at them in like a hologram or a mirror or something to help you. Because the more you get this, that all they're doing is reflecting your thinking, the more you'll understand that there is no separation. So DV Beauty, until that actually the penny drops and that sinks in, I really can't help you. Because you're going, he's not listening to my thoughts. He's not reflecting me. Yes, he is. He's reflecting the thought that he's not listening to you. He's reflecting the thought that you're separate. He's reflecting that fucking thought. You've done that masterfully. You've masterfully reflect the thought that you just wrote here. I'm in separation from him. Ta-da! You fucking manifested that. That's how that works. See how you did that? You masterfully, negatively manifested something. Loz, I didn't get the remote job I've been affirming for. What did I do wrong? Well, maybe you're not meant to have that job, darling. Maybe there's a way better one to come along. Don't worry about it. You didn't do anything wrong. Maybe it's a bridge. I remember I went one time and I was really desperate for money in London to a call center job. And I got to the end of this whole day where I wasn't even paid doing calls. And they got to the end and they didn't give me the job. And I said, why? And they said, you're too intelligent for this job. And I went, oh, it's a weird way of dismissing someone from a job. And I was so glad I didn't get it because I would have fucking hated it. Right? Just imagine yourself in the job. Hi, guys. Where is that cat gone? Hi, Dylan. What are you saying, Dylan? Oh, God damn it. Just jumped. Wait a minute. Oh, God, so many questions here. I'm missing them all because I'm crapping on. The fuck? Hang on. Where is it? Hey, Loz, I love how 3 of us were trying to make the Bob Proctor minion understand. He just replied to me saying, others teach mystical ways. I said, yeah, the law of attraction people do that. Oh, that guy was a dick. Have you seen that he does a discovery call? Guys, if any coach does a discovery call with you, you know what that is? They're coaching so bad and they're trying to charge you so much money that they want to do this salesy thing where they sit on a call with you and try and convince you to do the sale with them. And then when you say no, they'll say things like, well, you can have it. You're like, I can't afford that $500 course. And go, well, you can put it on a credit card, stuff like that. Anyone, it's such a red flag to me. If any coach is doing a discovery call, it means they're trying to massively rip you off. They're not telling you the price and they want to do their sales pitch over the phone to you and make you feel bad for not signing up by the time you get to the end of the call. And all those Bob Proctor people who are Bob Proctor minions all do that because that's the way Bob Proctor taught his manifestation guru people who did coaching with him. There is a girl called Kathleen Cameron, and Nahal showed me her, and she charges $10,000 fucking dollars to do coaching with her. And I keep seeing people popping up saying, I've joined her $10,000 millionaire, and I think, are you that deranged that you think this girl is going to change your life with $10,000. You've just put $10,000 on a credit card. I feel so sorry for you. You're that desperate for answers. You're giving this silly bitch $10,000. The only person that's going to be making any money here is that silly bitch. Guys, if anyone's doing that, if anyone's really ripping you off with coaching, that's a big red flag that they need to convince you, or their thing is so expensive that they're that fucking far up themselves. And I haven't seen any success, and I'm in her group. I haven't seen any success from the people in there earning money. I've only seen people joining her coaching and becoming coaches. And to become a coach with her, it's 20 grand. Sasha and I were pissing ourselves laughing about it. Where's this bitch get off? Charging people $20,000 for coaching. I could go to a Tony Robbins 4-day event, walk over fire, and probably shake Tony's hand for $800. God, my dog is farting up a storm under this desk. What are you doing under there? That guy's an idiot, but he's got 400,000 followers, and law of attraction's a buzzword, and a whole lot of people will get on a clarity call with him, a discovery call, Dylan, and they'll give him the $1,000 or whatever, and they'll put it on their credit card, and they'll discover a couple of months later they haven't manifested anything but butterflies. And then they'll have a whole lot of credit card debt. It's really sad. I can't stand that salesy shit. Like, one of my tenets of my website is going to be, I don't like doing salesy shit. So there's something I'm going to do in the website that's different than everyone else, because I really don't believe in salesy stuff. And I'll tell you guys about it soon, okay? Because I hate that. I hate it. And I think it's trying to convince people with getting on a call and trying to sell to them. If you have to sell to someone, you're not a very good coach. People are begging me to open my coaching again. I don't have to be giving you a discovery call to convince you. If you have to convince someone to do coaching with you, you're a shit coach, a really fucking shit coach. What? I shook Harry Styles' hand for $99. That girl is crazy. Fuck me. You shook Harry's hand. I'd pay a lot more for the $99 for that. Did you? Shook his hand for $99? Oh. Well, he's charging people $99 to shake his hand. No wonder he's got so much money. Who are we talking about? Oh, some silly bitch. And she's got this G-Wagon on her thing. It's all about her making so much money. So all you're seeing is her making a heap of money. She's a money mindset coach. But you're not seeing anybody else in a group making money. You're only seeing her making money. That's a big red flag. If you're seeing the person who's the coach making money, but you're not seeing the people in the group making money, shouldn't that tell you something? There's a picture of her with a G-Wagon. Actually, I was going to say, I want a G-Wagon. That's something I've decided I'm manifesting. And yesterday, the guy from Mercedes-Benz rang me and said, "Oh, Lauren, I can add you to the, you definitely want to sign up for a G-Wagon? I've got you on the waiting list." And I'm like, do I ring him up and order my G-Wagon, or what do I do? I guess I manifested that. I'm like, I guess so. G-Wagon. Right. Probably got better things to do with my money. But I didn't manifest it. That's why I got the phone call. Okay, hang on, where are we? Natasha, hey Loz, my headlights went out and I couldn't figure out why. I took a part store. The guy helped me figure it out and replaced my bowls for free. I only thought about how you say test it, manifest getting something for free a couple of times. Oh, wonderful, darling. Yes, you did that. Love her name. Oh, Daphne. Yeah, it's because on the website, because she was a stray, they just gave her any old name. They called her Diafina, and I was like, oh my God, I can't call her Diafina. What sounds like Diafina? Hi, Loz. How would you suggest dealing with what feels like an affirmation burnout? It's because you're doing it the law of attraction way, darling. You're going, I'm chosen, he loves me so much. Like that, are you? And thinking all day you have to do it. No, that's not what I teach. I teach you to, when you have shitty thoughts, think the new ones, which are the affirmations, or think the new story. I don't want you to be affirming all day. And if you are doing it that way, you're doing it like you'll burn out. Or start changing them up if you're getting burnt out, as in bored of them. Like, exaggerate them. Change them up a bit. Hi, guys. Loz is a coach going around doing 45-minute one-to-ones for $500. Thank you for making yourself affordable. Oh, really? $500? That must be really good. Guys, the price doesn't reflect their worth, and same with someone's follower count doesn't tell you if they actually know what they're talking about. Is it true affirmation should sound like our natural talking voice? In your group, people have said instead of saying SP is my boyfriend, you should say we have a beautiful relationship. Guys, it's whatever works for you. You could say a beautiful relationship. You could say he's my boyfriend. Doesn't matter, Brooke. It's the way you say it. It's just your own semantics in your own brain. You could say boyfriend. You could say man. You could say boo. You could say whatever, and it's just what works for you. That's what they're saying. Hi, Anna. Loz, my SP is saying he wants to date me, okay? Or is that putting in the future? Loz is saying SP wants to date me, okay? Yeah, but he just put in the future, darling. Why don't you just say you're together? It's up to you. Loz, if I broke it off with my SP and acted like a nutcase, will he still come back around, or do I need to reach out to him first since he thinks I don't want to be with him? Thank you, Loz. No, he doesn't think you don't want to be with him. He thinks you acted like a nut. Okay, so you've got to get rid of that story that thinks you acted like a nut. You've got to get rid of the story that you acted like a nut. You've got to get rid of the story that's upset with you. You've got to get rid of the story you pushed him away. And you don't have to reach out unless you want to. But darling, you don't have to do anything to make your manifestation happen. What you have to do is change your thinking about it. And your thinking at the moment is, I acted like a nutcase. I can't change this. He doesn't want me. He thinks I don't want to be with him. You can contact them all you like, guys, but if your thinking's still fucked, the outcome won't be good. I started family SP2, and all of a sudden SP1 doesn't seem like all that anymore. It can happen, guys. I asked John this, but I want to ask you too. Why do old patterns pop up whenever I go deep on my affirming? I feel like I'm falling into my old state whenever I go on a rampage. It's because your brain might be fighting you, Cindy. It doesn't like it, these new thoughts. Write my SP a love letter to read when he's very sad, having a bad time mentally before our separation. Can I affirm that he has read it and loved it, or is that assuming he'll have poor mental health? No, decide that he reads it back to you and goes, remember when you wrote me this? It was so lovely. Like you're back together, not that he's reading it now crying about you and you're not together. Go to the end for me and go, put it in a scene that would imply you're back together, kind of thing. How to stop feeling guilty after doing anything for ourselves when we've grown up with strict, overprotective parents and religious trauma. Guys, look, growing up in a religious household will make you feel guilt, will make you feel like you're doing things wrong, will make you lie, will make you keep secrets. Like a religious household, I was watching a girl today who she came across this thing on the internet with someone talking about Children of God, this old cult called Children of God, which is now called Families International or something. She was like, God, who would end up in a cult? Turned out her husband was in it as a kid. The poor girl had no idea because he was so good at keeping secrets. People who've been through religions are masterful at keeping secrets, especially if they're in really religious, strict ones like Mormonism or Children of God or anything where there was strict stuff. They'll be great liars. They'll be great at keeping secrets, and then they'll feel guilty about doing things wrong, and they'll constantly think they do things wrong, and they'll beat themselves up because they were constantly told they were doing things wrong. There's a whole lot of shit that religion will fuck you up with, Amber. You've just got to stop thinking that's a problem. Just step out of that state of the old you and stop thinking that affects you anymore. You've got to just banish your old past. Otherwise, it'll fuck your life up like it did with that poor girl. Loz, me and my SP broke up recently because I got triggered by him talking to his ex. What do I affirm to make him focus on me and the relationship? I don't believe exes should be friends. Well, Kitty, you've got some fucking issues there you need to sort out. So doing this, like, shouldn't be friends with your exes. I'm friends with all my fucking exes, Kitty. So I'm sorry, you've got some fucking issues there, and it ain't got nothing to do with your SP. You've got some jealousy issues, some other girls are competition issues, some he's going to leave me issues, the I'm not good enough, other girls going to be competition issues. Kitty, it's got fucking nothing to do with him. And if I was with someone and they said to me, don't be friends with your exes, I'd say, go and see a shrink, Kitty. I don't mean to be harsh, but that's your problem. That's your own insecurities you've got to work out. They're only reflecting your insecurities, like other girls are a threat. So until you change that thought that other girls aren't a threat, he'll keep the exes in your reality. Trust me. And there'll be a problem for you because in your head they're a problem. You're manifesting that. You can tell him all you like and break up with him all you like, but it's you that's doing that. Are you getting that? Please go and watch all my videos about comparing yourself to other people because you're really not understanding this and you're probably not liking what I'm telling you right now. But you can break up with him all you like or tell him off all you like. It won't make any difference. He's just simply reflecting your own insecurities, darling, your self-concept of feeling like other girls' competition. So where are you getting that from, and fix it? Hi, I'm new to your channel. Do you believe that if you desire something, it's meant for you? Yes, darling, because I don't want to manifest someone who wasn't meant to be with, even if I really wanted them. Darling, you decide if they're meant to be with you. You've come from the law of attraction world, clearly. Meant to be. If it's meant to be, it'll be. No. You decide if it's meant for you. You decided that, didn't you? Who decided it was meant for you? The universe? No, you decided. You made that choice that it was meant for you with your own mind, darling. You're manifesting with your own mind. Nothing outside of you is deciding it's meant for you or not meant for you. Please stop listening to those fucking idiots. You've been very misled for a long time about meant for you or soulmates or some fucking bullshit. Just forget everything you've learned and start listening to my content, please. Happy late birthday, Loz. Oh, thank you. Didn't get a chance to wish you happy birthday before you hope you had fun. I did, darling. It was a lovely chill day. It was beautiful. Yes, I know Yes, I know why, kinda. Childhood neglect, father died when I was 4. Oh, okay. Mum, abusive alcoholic. Oh, tried to kill me. Oh, Jesus. Passed from relative to relative, treated like Cinderella just to start. Oh, Lisa. Oh, fuck. Well, there you go. Shit, darling. That wasn't the greatest start in the world, was it? So if you have that assumption that that's how you get treated, that's how you'll be treated now. Just go and write letters to everyone who's ever wronged you, including your mum, and write a letter to your dad, a love letter to your dad, and wishing, that he'd stuck around and what he missed out on and everything, and read them out as if they're sitting there, darling. Get all your feelings out about that, and then just banish that past as if it never happened. Or decide you're the new you now, and that doesn't affect you anymore. Do you have to do the tapes? I have a roommate, so it's a little hard to listen to. No, darling, you don't have to. Been doing great with manifesting SP. The last 2 days, after focusing on myself more recently, I noticed I still look for validation only for people I love always stay. Nothing else needs validation. Good, darling. I don't want to affirm too much more as I feel like it's not here then. Abandonment is the biggest hurdle I'm getting through. Oh, good, darling. At least you're noticing it. That's wonderful, darling. X has been saying the affirmations that I wanted SP to say, giving it all good meaning that SP is next. If I worked on X, it must work on SP, yes. I'm now putting myself on the pedestal. SP is next. Wonderful, darling. It's working, yes. Hi, Lords. This is the Christina who sends you super chats and asks about my SP. I think I've realized that maybe he isn't good for me. I don't know if that's me feeling impatient or I really feel this way. Guys, look, sometimes you will not want them anymore. Sometimes you look at them and think, wow, I attracted you in when I had some really poor self-concept. I have a video coming up about that, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear me when I say it. Because a lot of you are attracting back people who turned up when your self-concept wasn't great. And when you start leveling up, you start feeling like sometimes, I don't really want you. I know I can change you, but I might want someone better. That's okay, darling. What can I affirm for whenever people get in between my friendships? Stop saying they do, darling. You've got that assumption they do. Loz, me and SP have been texting more, and I saw him on Friday. We didn't cuddle after being intimate. He said, just go to sleep when I tried. I don't know what story that may be or how I can change that. Didn't react. Just said, okay. And he touched my lip and asked if I was sad. I said, no. And we fell asleep affirming our new story. The next day he said, I left a few things there. We texted back and forth. Sunday came. He asked me to make him waffles. I said, I would if he was here. Then he said he hates me, put a sad face and said what I said. And he said, what? And I said, he hates me. He didn't respond. I know I had anxiety come up when I read that. He didn't say anything back. How can I affirm self-concept? I want to be the girlfriend and feel good enough. I had a mini spiral. Sorry, this is long, but when we're in contact, I'm not sure how to continue. Okay, Whitney, you've got a story that he uses you, or he only wants you for sex, right? That's a story. You've really got to get rid of that story. He loves me. He makes pancakes for me in the morning. We wake up together and I make waffles for him every morning. Have a scene like that. But you've got to get rid of the stuff that people use you. You've got to get rid of the stuff that you're not good enough to be the girlfriend, darling. It's you that's causing that, unfortunately. And maybe some really old shitty story you got about him not wanting you. So it's a story about him tied to the story about you, and then have an imaginal scene that ties all that in that you want. Right? And you might have an assumption that, oh, he's not really a cuddly guy or he doesn't give me affection, and then he won't be affectionate. Affirmations for not upsetting people and people pleasing. I don't people please anymore. I don't need to give to get love. I don't upset anybody anymore. Everything I do is perfect. Everything I say is perfect. If they've got a problem with me, that's their fucking problem. That's their fucking triggers. And if I triggered them, well, they can go and sit and spin on their own fucking trigger because it's nothing to do with me. I just might have triggered them because I had an assumption I triggered them. Well, they can fuck off. That's the way I'm feeling about life at the moment, guys. Mhm. Also, I found out I'm going to see SP at an event this Friday. What do? I don't want to approach him first. The last time I did months ago, I ran into him. I don't want to seem eager or cold. Well, just don't assume that you have to do anything and you have to instigate, darling. Imagine him coming to you. Imagine you have the most wonderful time. You've already got fears about what's going to happen before it's even happened. Lost my daughter. She's 16, manifested her SP. I've been teaching her and watching her videos. It took her 2 months, but she decided she embodied the state and she's so cute. Mama's next. Oh, Elizabeth, wonderful. Sometimes the younger minds are really good at this because they're so impressionable. That's great, darling. What's this with self-concept as being together, being chosen good enough when the 3D has a mini old story in it? Well, get rid of that old story, Whitney. That's what you need to do. I worked with a dog breeder back in March and really bonded with one of the dogs. I decided I wanted her. I pictured my driving home with her in my car, in my house, and with the other dog, I continue to say she was mine. Well, guess who's currently cuddling with me while I watch your live? Oh, Taylor, lovely. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, welcome to your new home, doggy. That's lovely. How do we affirm to get rid of those fears deep down? Saying things like, I have no fears, everything works in my favor. Yeah, say, my fears don't run me anymore. I'm not my past. My past doesn't run me. I am in control of my mind now. Go and do my anti anxiety meditation, darling, and use the affirmations in that. Yes, I need to get rid of the habit of revising on the spot, not upsetting people or feeling not good enough. I hate being in victim mindset. I find myself fighting in my head. Guys, if you're still fighting in your head, it's sometimes because you're constantly thinking you're doing things wrong. It's just like, it's a shit show sometimes when you're fighting yourself all day. I don't want you guys to be in that mode of like fighting your thoughts all day. That's not the point here. Also, I was wondering, is it bad to say something someone did made me sad? I know you said not to blame someone for what we've created. Look, guys, people can make you sad. Look what I was like yesterday on the live. I don't know if you guys saw me. I was upset by the fact that I felt like I was being bullied. People will affect you guys, but you just got to understand that you caused it. But you're still going to feel emotional. You're still going to feel sad. When you break up with someone, you're still going to feel sad. That's okay. But you just got to identify how you might have caused the thing that you're sad about. That's all. But guys, you're allowed to feel any emotion that you're feeling. Of course you are. Hi, Loz. I'm getting better at this, and I know my manifestations are coming, but I do feel lonely, and I'm trying to get out of it. Any affirmations for this, please? You feel lonely? Well, stop saying you feel lonely. I'm not lonely. I have all Loz's group, and there's such a lovely group of people, and I have my little manifestation buddies, and I join the lives every week, and I have people around me who understand me, and we all get this, and I don't feel lonely anymore. I have people constantly, even if they're just online. There's something going on around Twitter right now explaining the science behind the law, and apparently it takes repeating your new thoughts 10,000 times for them to become beliefs. Oh, really, Demarian? Since it's proven, I'm giving it a try, not trying to affirm 10,000 times a day, but I've been really working on my thoughts, and it's made me realize how little I've been working towards my desires. Oh, well, I don't go on Twitter. Who knows? It takes 10,000 times. Well, they've done scientific experiments on this, have they? And they know exactly how many times a day someone thought it. What a load of shit. I don't believe that for a second. Those scientific experiments. So how many times today did you think it? I think I thought it 9 times. Or could have been 90. I'm not sure. Well, let's write down 10,000. What? But okay. Not arrogant at all, just the plain truth. Ah, thanks, Anna. Hi, Lois. Thank you so much for all the pearls of wisdom you give us. May you continue to prosper and be blessed. Oh, Philip, thank you, darling. Yes, I grew up with really strict parents and was always afraid to mess up because I was so scared of the way they'd react. I was so scared of my mum, and that's the way she ran the house, in fear. And I think that's probably not the greatest way to run a household with children, for them to be scared of you. Can you constantly spend the rest of your life thinking you do things wrong? My mum always says about the word assume. Yes, ask of you and me. I never even thought of it until my brother said it. Part 1, been working on my self-concept, got rid of third party. Wonderful, Joanna. Everything is moving with SP. This past weekend, I got triggered when SP was on social media. He was commenting on her pictures. I realized I still was the one whose SP said he loves our friendship instead of I love you. I think sometimes I'm not pretty enough and my family is so messed up, but I'm working on that. Do you just keep working on self-concept? Yes, darling. Oh, sorry, Brooke, this is different. Sorry, I've done 2 things here. Joanna, we weren't on self-concept, got rid of third party, and everything is moving with SP. This past weekend, I got triggered when SP was on social media. He was commenting on her pictures. I realized I still have abandonment issues when my dad left. I did affirmation and it helped. SP came and apologized and said it was nothing. But what can I do to help me when I get triggered? You just got to stop putting your sticky note on the situation. You're putting a story on what you're seeing. Oh, he's abandoning me. Oh, he's talking to her. This means this. No, it doesn't mean shit. It means what you think it used to mean. Your old story. Okay, so you've got to forgive them for what they do because they're only reflecting you. So if you've got a dominant story that people will abandon you, they'll go and talk to their exes. So forgive yourself for thinking that shit and start thinking differently, darling. I was the one whose SP said he loves our friendship instead of I love you. I think sometimes I'm not pretty enough or my family's so messed up. I'm working on that. Do I just keep doing self-concept? Well, yes, focus on the nothing's messed up. I'm not messed up. I'm so beautiful stuff. All the stuff you just said in that story, darling. I texted a girl in my class a question hours ago and she's active on Insta. I don't know what meaning to give this. Cindy, stop looking and seeing that people have rejected you by checking their socials. It's the worst thing in the world, guys, looking at socials and they haven't messaged you. I did that once and I got really upset that someone hadn't texted me and I turned Messenger off because I got upset that they weren't messaging me that week. It turned out they were in fucking hospital practically dying. I gave it terrible meaning and there was actually a real good reason behind it. They're fine now. Do affirmations play out in 3D once and become belief only? No, guys. I've had plenty of affirmations play out that aren't beliefs. Hi, Loz. Is there a way you know that my new affirmations have now become my dominant thought assumptions? They'll start reflecting in your reality, darling. Hi, Loz. When revising on the spot, how many times will we loop it? How the fuck do I know, darling? There's no set number. And if anyone's telling you that, it's a load of crap. As much as it takes you to convince your subconscious mind that's true. I can't give you a number, guys. And anyone who does it's just doing clickbait. Hi, Loz. Do you have any tips for stalking? Because I can't stop checking. Amanda, get a grip, darling. Is stalking the state of having? Is stalking the state of in a relationship? Would you be stalking your fucking boyfriend? That's weird. The difference between stalking and a relationship is permission. So basically, you're putting yourself in the state of, he doesn't love me. He's not with me. So well done trying to manifest him in that state. You're in the state of we're not together. That's what stalkers do. So Amanda, you're fucking this up just with the stalking because you're not in the right state to manifest them. What affirmation should I use to get SP to open up about his loving feelings for me? I want him to tell me he loves me because I know he does, but he hasn't said it. Why do you need that, darling? That's what I would ask you. Do you need words of validation to make yourself feel validated that you're loved? That's okay, but also ask yourself where you're getting that from and why you need that so badly, but also just decide that they're saying it. Hear them saying it. It's like my penny drops when you talk, then flips back to my penny is broken. Well, stop saying that, Whitney, because that's just your self-concept of I do things wrong and I'm broken. So read what you just wrote. I'm living so much in the end that I even got into an argument through inner conversations with SP because he didn't take out the trash. In your mind. That's hilarious. Success. I had a dog. My dog had 12 pups to be rehomed, and I affirmed all summer that regardless of everything, they'll all be in good homes for September, and they'll all rehomed by August 28th. Oh, wonderful. Lovely homes. Oh, that's lovely. When I first discovered Law of Assumption was via Kimberly's, and I loved her content, but I can't watch her lately because she's got so many limiting beliefs and talks about boundaries. I know. Why is she doing that setting boundary shit? And her hair looks, I don't know why she's done that to her hair. She looks so good with dark hair. She's such a stunning girl. Anyway, it's her choice to have blonde hair. I just don't understand why you'd destroy your beautiful, natural looking hair. I think she's such a stunning, I don't know why she's done that. Has she got, I don't look, guys, I don't watch anyone's videos anymore, but I know I watched a video that she did about having relationships with narcissists. And at the very beginning, she said, I've never had a relationship with a narcissist. And then she proceeded to give you every bit of advice that was the complete opposite of what you should do with a narcissist. And it was clear that she had never been in a relationship with one because everything she said wouldn't work, like setting boundaries. She was telling you to do things in 3D. No, that's not manifestation. What are you setting a boundary for when you cause the situation that you feel you need to set a boundary about? Boundary setting isn't anything to do with manifestation. You manifested the situation that you have to set a boundary against. You're causing that. So change your thinking rather than set the boundary, because doing things out in 3D won't do shit. You should turn into a dating coach now or something. I don't want to say anything bad about Kim, but what's going on there? It's very strange. Odd. I don't know why she's doing that. I always stan Kim. I think she's great. So I don't know what's going on there. And I haven't actually watched the videos, and I shouldn't say anything about coaches because then they'll fucking make videos about me and bitch about me. So I'm not mentioning any coaches anymore. Fuck. I get myself in this situation, guys, because you ask me on lives and I'll say something about it and then people think I'm bitching. I'm not bitching. You shouldn't be setting boundaries if you're doing this. And you shouldn't be teaching setting boundaries if you're a manifestation coach. That's a boundary setting coach. You're a dating coach all of a sudden then. But I love Kim, and we're saying anything bad about Kimberly's. Love Kim. With her old hair. I love her old hair. I would love to have her old hair. I'd love to have to not go to the hairdressers to do this shit to my hair. Okay. Small thing. Not a manifest, but a self-concept. House torn up from a flood. No walls, no doors, fans everywhere. Oh, no, I'm staying in a hotel. My aunt tried to make me feel guilty, but I've decided I'm worthy to be safe. What do you mean? Make me feel guilty. Thank you, but small but big to me. Thank you for helping me realize I'm worthy, and not for 1,000 but 10,000 bucks. Shit, darling. House torn up from a flood. No walls, no door, fans everywhere. Oh, no, darling. Look, just see your house restored. See yourself back in your house. See no water in there. See everything's back to normal. See everything brand new stuff in there. See it all restored and perfect. Just imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. And don't listen to any of your fucking dumb relatives. I shook Harry Styles saying, "Oh, that's hilarious." Hi, Loz. I spiraled a little bit the other day, but I jumped back on the horse today. I just feel like I went back in progress. Guys, sometimes you will. Don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up. That's a whole lot of you beating yourself up. Yes, in 2018. You shook his hand for 99 bucks in 2018. I wonder how much it would cost now. Hi, you said to go to the end. What would it be like? But I haven't ever been married. Guys, watch a movie. Think what it would be like. You don't have to have actually felt the feeling, right? So do I have to feel loved, wanted, taken care of, or what else? Imagine someone's arms around you. Imagine someone taking care of you. Imagine someone making you breakfast. Imagine someone bringing you breakfast in bed. Imagine someone kissing you. Imagine someone making love to you. You don't have to have experienced it to imagine it. Just use your imagination, guys. Or watch some romantic movies, or get a vision board with people doing romantic things, pictures, and imagine yourself in the picture if you need to. Do whatever you need to do. What sort of affirmations can I apply to my subconscious to stop people always asking me for help? I like helping people, but not all the time. Is you because you're an overgiver and people pleaser, darling, and you can't say no. So you just say, no one asks me anymore. I'm not everyone's helper. I don't give advice. I'm not the advice giver. Everyone helps me. Everyone gives to me now. I don't need to give to get love. What happened to me? What's this? Mine, missed mine above those. Oh, darling, put it again. I can't see it. I'll have to scroll away up and miss my place. Darling, put it again. That happened to me in 2014, enrolled in a money coaching program, lost about 25K cash and haven't been able to recover. I've been revising. This makes me fucking angry. So these fucking bitches are preying on people who desperately need money. They're asking them to put stuff, these programs on their credit card, and they're driving around their fucking G-Wagons. These fucking bitches. That really fucking, that makes me angry because honestly, there's a lot of coaches who are money mindset coaches and they are charging the most out of anyone because they're giving their magic pill of like, when you do this course, the money will magically appear. No, the money will magically appear in that coach's fucking bank account so they can buy another fucking G-Wagon. Are you for real? Who was that bitch? Name and shame, Doje. God, I hate these people. $20,000 fucking $25,000. Who was the coach? Fuck me. Guys, Tony Robbins isn't that much. Tony fucking Robbins. Are you kidding me? These people aren't Tony fucking Robbins. I would die to go to a Tony Robbins talk. They're so inspirational. Have you guys watched I'm Not Your Guru? Have you guys watched that? It's a beautiful documentary. He's so great. And I just think, who are these bitches thinking they can charge $25,000? The greatest coaches in the world sometimes are the least expensive. They're actually doing something with their lives and doing something in the world. They're giving value. They're not taking from people. They're giving. Ask yourself if the coach that you're watching is a giver or a taker. If they're a taker, I would not be listening to them because they're there for the money. They're not there to help people. Tony Robbins is helping people and then he makes money with it. And so he should, like Neville. Neville was there to help people and he made money from it. He became a multi-millionaire or millionaire by the time he died. He wasn't doing it for free and no one should be doing it for free. And I've been doing it for free and soon I will be charging for coaching and stuff, and rightly so because I've done this for a year for free or over a year, okay? But anyone who's really ripping you off, guys, you've really got to question whether they're there for the money or they're really there to help you. And if they're preying on desperation, and that makes me angry. Who was that? SP said he's going to make time for me and apologise for being busy with new work schedule and stuff. And it was so nice that he has been more communicative with me. Oh, that's wonderful, Megan. You did that. Hello, SP is a straight boy with a girlfriend who's toxic and annoys him. I should just keep seeing him with me and doing self-concept. Right? Doesn't matter, darling. I didn't matter people in drama school. When I was in drama school, there were 26 people in our year and 10 of the boys were sleeping with each other and they were all straight. And the only gay guy in a year wasn't included in that 10. Okay. They weren't sleeping with each other necessarily, but all up with other guys in like fooling around with people. And I lived with a guy who was straight, who fooled around with guys, and he told me which guys they were. And I was like, really? Who? Tips manifesting social media success, YouTube and TikTok. We'll just say my account's blowing up. I've got so many followers. Like, I don't do that, guys, because I seriously, I'm not joking. I don't care enough about follower number and money. I just don't. Okay. I'm not about being popular. I never have been. And some people really are in competition a lot and think about popularity. I couldn't care less. I care more about helping people. However, I was speaking to Sasha about this yesterday, and I was saying that when we do that and we don't care enough about our follower number, we're actually doing the world a disservice, because Sasha and I teach this properly and we should be putting ourselves out there more, and we should be doing the clickbait titles to get the fucking reel the fuckers in like everyone else does, right? And they're teaching crap. And I thought about it and I thought, you know what? I shouldn't feel bad about wanting to disseminate this information. I shouldn't feel bad about wanting more followers. So first of all, Victoria, discover if you've actually got, like I have, a self-concept issue that's being arrogant or too much or pushy or salesy or something. Because I have a story, as did Sasha. We were discussing it, like, is that our self-concept of feeling like putting ourselves out there is too much? And you might have that story. And we were discussing that. And then it's hard to affirm for your TikTok and YouTube success because you'll feel like you're being arrogant or too much or putting yourself out there, or don't be pushy or don't big yourself up. Like my mum used to say when I was a kid, you don't need to big yourself up. You don't need to be arrogant, blah, 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 blah. And so I never was. And then when people give me a compliment, I go, "Oh, no, thanks. Oh, it was better last night." When someone would come and compliment me on a performance in a play or something, I'd say, "Oh, last night was better." And one day, my head of acting came up to me and he said, "That stranger just came up and gave you a compliment. You say thank you." Right? So sometimes when you're not getting the success, it's tied to your self-concept of feeling like success is bad or feeling like it's arrogant. Investigate that, Victoria, and then say, "My TikTok's blowing up. My YouTube's got so many followers. I help so many people." Whatever it is you're doing with it. I'm everyone's favorite manifestation TikToker, YouTuber, hairdresser, whatever it is. That makes sense. Loz, SP called me this morning saying he wanted to try something new and told me to have a great day at work. Oh, wonderful, darling. Try something new. Perfect. Thank you, Loz. You're the best. Oh, thank you, Danielle. What do you think about telepathy? It's how the manifestation works, darling. It's how this all works. We're sending telepathic thought out all day. That's how it works. Oh, who sent me a super chat? Oh, Whitney. Thank you, Loz. I have a waffle scene since he always asks. Oh, good. Do that. Yes. What subconscious affirmations do you suggest to be good enough to be the girlfriend or people use you? I want to record your voice. Okay, Whitney, listen. Are you ready? That's the old me. The old me used to think people use me. The old me couldn't trust anyone. The old me was scared. The old me thought badly of people. The old me made up bad stories. The old me was scared. I'm not scared anymore. I can trust people. I can trust the people I love with my heart. I know they're not going to use me. I'm a beautiful, wonderful person, and they're there for me, and they love me, and they treat me beautifully. And I'm not going to assume that old shitty crap anymore. That's not me. That's the old Whitney. And the old Whitney thinks that. The new Whitney doesn't think that anymore. And if the old Whitney creeps in, I tell her to fuck off. Got it? Did you record that? Where am I? Loz, you heard about the Harry Styles drama. Now, did he spit on him or not? I think something happened there, but I also think it might be possible that Chris Pine was looking down at his phone. But I think it's possible that Harry Styles did do something quirky because he's like that. And I also think he split up with Olivia and he's doing everything possible to make everyone know that he has because he's nowhere near her at that entire press conference. But it's certainly making a whole lot of news for that movie no one was ever going to watch except for Harry. And now everyone's going to go see it because there's so much fucking drama. Whoever did the PR for that's a genius. There's probably no drama at all. It's all made up. I did a course with Mary Morrissey. Who's that? And I had a call with a coach who wanted me to spend thousands on a manifesting group coaching program. Those types are literally spiritual vultures. I don't even know who Mary Morrissey is. Yes, spiritual vultures. Yes, guys. Like if I do drive around with a G-Wagon one day, I'm going to decide that I deserve it, but I'm not going to do it by charging you guys 25 fucking K for a course. Okay? Fuck me. I'll be doing it because I'm disseminating my information to as many people as possible at an affordable rate. I want to disseminate my information to as many people as possible and affect as many people as possible, which is why I'm going to keep my prices reasonable because I don't want it to be, I want everyone to know this information. Once you know this information, it's fucking life changing. Okay, newsflash. I might get a job with my SP. Should I take it? How do I act when I see him? Ignore him. Dipty, just decide that you have the best time with you love working together and it helps you get back together or whatever it is. Because we've been in no contact because of him. Well, don't say it's because of him and don't decide you're in no contact. Say you're in contact and the job helps you and everything works out. Be in the state that that's a good thing and it's a bridge of incidents to bring you back together, darling. Not a bad story. Hey, Loz, manifesting acting work. I got a job on a TV show in Sydney. Oh, wonderful. Taking his bets for land. Sometimes I think of acting on a pedestal. Yes, take it off the pedestal, darling. It's just a job. It's just a job like any other job. I used to have it on such a pedestal as this thing that's like so hard. And if I just treated it like my other friends did, who are now famous actors, as just a job, that I would have been a famous actor too. But I'm telling you, I used to see it as this thing that's like so hard where they were just like, this is my job. This is what I do for a day job. And I was like, oh, I'll be a waitress. I'll be a teacher. I'll do all these other things because that's a hard job. Get that off the fucking pedestal completely. The people I know that the biggest success in acting had enormous faith in themselves and treated it just like any other fucking job. Hi, Lois. So I've been killing it with my self-concept. My 7-year-old niece was taken by Child Protective Services back in April. I affirmed and visualized that she lived with me. And as of today, she is. Oh, Amber Jean, that's wonderful. You did that. What a great story. Oh, wow. What did you do? Tell us. That's amazing. Loz, I'm living in the M with my SP. How do I deal with your SP in the 3D if you co-parent? I see him almost every day. I affirm my marriage is restored. SP calls every day and tells me he loves me. Oh, that's wonderful. So decide he tells you he loves you. Decide you're back together. Decide you're the best parents ever. You're not co-parenting your parents together. Okay. And anything that's happening in the 3D, don't worry about it. Any argument, don't get in arguments with them at all, ever. Just say okay a lot to whatever the fuck they're doing and don't get in any arguments. Change him in your mind. Loz, help. I've lost my chain and want to take it to Italy. I go next Wednesday. How can I make it happen? I'm terrible at visualizing. Do you know what it feels like? Well, imagine it back around your neck. Imagine going like this and going, oh, thank God it's back. Oh, I love my chain. Like she does in Sex and the City when she finds her carry chain in necklace. She goes, oh, when she finds it then she puts it back on. Have a scene like that, darling. Or say, I've got my chain. How great that I have my chain. I love having my chain back. Isn't it great I found my chain? Imagine ringing someone telling you found your chain. Sorry, I meant to ask, what should I do? Because I still look for validation with people I love, always stay. I never look for any other self-concept validation, just that one. Just keep persisting, I guess. It does, what should I do? Because I still look for validation with people I love, always stay. So maybe, darling, get rid of the stuff about always stay altogether. Because maybe what might be happening there, Dylan, is it's actually triggering you by saying stay or anything about abandonment. It might be triggering you. So maybe say things like, people love being around me because I'm so charismatic. I'm so funny. I'm so talented. They love being with me. I'm a beautiful person. I'm so kind. I'm so this. Build yourself up without saying those words because maybe that's triggering you. Never look for any other self-concept validation. And then try and revise maybe all the instances where stuff like that's happened. Mm-hmm. What's this super chat? Oh, Mo Thoughts. Thank you. I invited my SP to my birthday dinner in October. I texted and called him. I have not heard from him. I've been visualizing and affirming. All right, well, it's not till October, darling. Don't worry about that. You've got plenty of time. Just imagine they didn't see it. They're trying to think of something to say to you. You haven't spoken to them in a while. And so they don't know what to say. And they're thinking of something wonderful to say. They're composing it right now. And imagine them at your birthday. Okay, whatever it is, guys, that you want, imagine the scene that implies it happened. When I wanted to go out with my old SP on my birthday and he told me he couldn't come because he had to look after his child, I just imagined us at a restaurant looking at a view. I didn't know how it was going to come about. I didn't know where the place was. And on the night of my birthday, we went to a restaurant where there was a view. The problem was I spent most of the night in the toilet throwing up because I had too much champagne that day, right? Didn't quite visualize the scene quite well enough. But you've got to just affirm that it works out and see yourself at the birthday with him. Go right to the end, darling, of the birthday. Imagine the next day and ring your best friend and say, we had the best night together. He had such a good time. We kept staring at each other all night. He loves me so much. Imagine that. Do a phone call with your best mate afterwards, discussing the whole night, dissecting the whole night. I would do that, darling. Mm-hmm. Make sense? When we aren't exchanging our daughter. Oh, okay. Well, imagine all the exchanges go brilliantly. Guys, make sure you like the live. Oh, thanks, Anna. Hello. I was wondering, how can you maintain living the end if you some days really miss SP? Guys, it's all right to miss them, but get out of that state as soon as you can and then go back to there with me. I'm now working on my brother's sobriety, her dad, and changing the story there. And I've been teaching both my girls' daughter and niece affirmations. Oh, wonderful, darling. Look, guys, you can change people into sober. Trust me, I've done it. Just see him sober. See him coming to you and saying, oh, my God, I can't believe you used to drink like that. See him as a wonderful parent. That's what I did with the person who used to drink. I see them as a wonderful parent now they've had another child and everything. Hi, Loz, part one. My SP is always texting, calling me, but we rarely see each other in person. He's okay with me sending sexy pics or sexy call, but I want to see him more often in person, not just, well, darling, if you've got a story that that's all he wants from you, and that's all they want from you, and that's all it is, that's all it will be. Start imagining them spending time with you in person. Why are you feeling you have to send sexy pictures? Do you feel like if you don't do that, they'll go away? What's going on there, darling? The game changer for me was rewriting the old story, Loz. It took me forever to confront, but I'm so glad I did it. I even purged my old clothes because I'm a whole new person. Thank you. Oh, Jocelyn, wonderful. Guys, sometimes it's pretty hard to write the old story down and get rid of it. You don't want to think about it. Sometimes you don't want to face it. Sometimes you do avoidance. That's wonderful. Loz, is it possible to feel not good enough or worthy due to not feeling like beautiful enough from SP or in general? Yes, darling. Welcome to my world. That's how I felt my whole life. So, yeah. So stop that. I don't remember a lot of my childhood. Oh, join the club. So while I'm waiting for your course, I've started affirming that I'm only the new me and my past doesn't affect me anymore. I don't want to blanket it, but how else to get to the deep core beliefs of not being chosen? Just start saying, whatever happened to me before doesn't matter. I can't even remember it, but I must have blocked it out. So it doesn't matter. What does it matter? My brain was doing me a service by blocking it out. Good. Okay. It's been blocked out. I'm the new me. I'm the new me. And I don't think the old thoughts anymore. And I've stepped into the new state of me and everyone loves me now and gives to me now and treats me beautifully and this and that and this and that. And everyone chooses me. Just go to the new you rather than thinking about the old you if you can't. Hello, Lois. How are you doing? Oh, Starman in Space. How are you, darling? I've been saying to myself that it has helped a lot. Oh, good, Amy. What questions to ask to dig deeper into discovering core limiting beliefs? Like, why? Like, okay, the way to do it, guys, is when something's happened, think, why'd that happen? How do I manifest that? Okay, so people getting upset with me on the internet and being triggered by my content. How's that happening? Well, I guess I have an assumption that the way I teach is triggering. Okay, but where am I getting that thought that I trigger people from? It's something to do with my self concept. So what's that to do with? Oh, well, that's to do with the story that I upset people. Now, where am I getting that from? Oh, well, when I was a kid, I upset people. Yeah, but my brother upset my mum and he hasn't got that dominant story. So how come I've got a dominant story that upset people? Oh, because I was born with something wrong with me. So I therefore think I do things wrong and I am wrong. And so there's something wrong with me. So I constantly assume that I upset people or do things wrong or get rejected or pushed away because my core belief is there is something wrong with me. Digging, 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 digging to the earth's core. What happened? How did you manifest it? How's that connected to your self-concept? What's the self-concept underneath that self-concept? Like I trigger people, but yeah, but why do I think I do? Yeah, but why do I think that? Why? And then you get to the score of, oh fuck, it's this simple. It's this one thing. That's what my self-concept course is about, guys. Okay. That makes sense? Part two, over the phone, he says, and always calls and texts. What's this? Just jumped massively. I watched I'm Not Your Guru 3 times. It's so good. Oh, I cried my eyes out watching it. It's wonderful. When you get to the end, he does that meditation at the end. You're like, oh, I love you, Tony Robbins. I love that. I didn't really stand him that much before I watched it. Then I was like, oh, wow. I know someone who was going to his conference in San Francisco, and I was like, really? What for? And he goes, Tony Robbins. And I was like, oh, okay. And then after I watched that, I went, oh, he's wonderful. You're good, Loz. We know you're not talking bad about anyone. You have good intentions. I do, guys. And I promise whenever I'm calling out bad coaches, and I mean the shitty ones, like the morons who teach you that you can't manifest your person or are teaching you law of attraction, I couldn't give a shit what I say about those people. Those people are fucking idiots. But the coaches I respect them. But if they're teaching things that's confusing people, I'll just clarify, okay? So all I'm ever doing is clarifying what I said before about Kim Blaze. I love Kim Blaze. I'm just clarifying that setting boundaries is not necessary if you're manifesting the thing you're setting the boundary about. Does it make any sense? Like literally no sense. You don't take bad treatment, you remove yourself, but you don't have to set a boundary. Um, where the fuck am I here? Over the phone, he always texts and calls, but mostly when he's drunk. I'm trying to give this good meaning, but sometimes I get stuck in the process. Okay, Miriam, you've got a whole lot of I'm not chosen to be fully respected and be given the time when you're fully sober. I used to have a boyfriend like that, and he used to constantly ring me when he was drunk, and I used to be like, I really don't want to talk to him while he's like this. Then I would always assume that I had to call him at a certain time before he got drunk. I had these terrible assumptions about he was just going to drink all the time. I just had to start assuming he doesn't drink anymore. And then when I started going to his house, he would be like, oh, no, I'm not drinking anymore. Let's have a cup of tea. And I'd be like, whoa, really? But I had to see him differently. And that's tied to your self concept of feeling like you're not good enough to get the full blown relationship. Okay. Even picking a person like that is to do with you feeling not chosen. And that's what a lot of people have a problem with when I say, if you've attracted a person who's an alcoholic or you've attracted a person who's got a girlfriend or is married, I'm not saying you can't change them and they won't change in your reality, but they're simply reflecting you. And you chose that person in the first place because you essentially feel not good enough to get the full blown relationship, to get the love, to be chosen. And that's why you actually manifested that kind of person into your reality in the first place. So whenever I'm investigating, guys, what your self concept issues are that caused you to like that person, be attracted to that person, I'm saying, unless you change that thinking about yourself being unchosen and not good enough to have a full blown relationship, you can change that guy all you like. You can manifest a relationship with him all you like, Miriam, but he still won't essentially choose you or turn up much different because you haven't turned up any different. And that's what I'm trying to say when I'm investigating how you attracted in and got attracted to and manifested a person in reality in the first place who doesn't choose you, like they're married, they have a girlfriend, they're an alcoholic, they're a workaholic, your friends of benefits, whatever. And a lot of people really misunderstand that on this account. I'm trying to teach you to go back to the cause of how you caused that kind of person to turn up in your reality and not actually choose you. You can manifest them all you like. And I'm telling you right now, and that's why we have so much success in my group, that I'm getting you to the core of the problem and changing you so that the person completely changes because they're reflecting you. You don't just get a half-assed manifestation where they come back for a few months and then you fucking lose them again and you're back to square one. I did that, guys. I did that a million times. And I lost my SP a million times because I listened to that crap and I didn't change myself. I'm teaching you to radically transform yourself and therefore your life and your relationship. I'm not like other people. And anyone who thinks I'm teaching like everyone else does, I'm sorry, I get to the earth's core of your shit, which is what will manifest your full-blown proper reality, not just a half-assed manifestation of your SP back. because they're only reflecting you guys. And if you guys don't get this, that's why people think I'm blaming people or saying you can't get your married SP or whatever. The fuck are you people talking about? Of course, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're the cause of that. How'd you cause it so you can reverse it? You can reverse engineer how you fucking got yourself in that situation and then manifest a full-blown relationship. But if you don't think you're deserving of the full-blown relationship, you won't fucking have it no matter how much you try and manifest them. Right. You got that, Miriam? Thanks, Simon. Yes. Working on a product launch right now. Oh, yes, Simon. Tell me about it. You got to send me a DM. Hi, Loz. I'm in oh, I never opened them. So what am I saying that for? I never open anyone's. Hi, Loz. Been manifesting an SP, but he's 8 years older than me. Doesn't matter. And I've recently been spiraling about the age gap. You know, every single SP I've ever had in my whole life, bar my first ever boyfriend, has an age gap younger than me. So what does it matter that they're older than you? Who fucking cares? And it's about that age gap. It's normally 7 years. So who cares? You just got a story about that. Get rid of it. Doesn't matter. For background, my SP took a solo trip, and that is what started the worry of him leaving. I rarely worry about this anymore as I focus on my self-concept and self-concept, but it comes up occasionally. Well, you're probably thinking he's going to cheat or something, darling, and therefore that's where it comes from. You think because he's solo, he'll do this and that. Don't even have that story. He's just pining after you the whole time. He misses you. He can't be without you on the trip. He wishes you were there. Have that story. I'm not sure what this says about my subconscious mind. Do you have any advice? What's this, Kay? It says that you have a story that you're not good enough to get what you want and that things never work out for you, and for some reason you can't have what you want. Loz, what are dominant thoughts? Sometimes our randomly fleeting thoughts manifest so fast it's creepy. Yeah, my fleeting thoughts can manifest so fast it's creepy, but it's also because it's tied to your self-concept. They're not really fleeting. They're actually tied to your self-concept. So if you upset someone and they block you and you think, oh my God, how'd that happen? It's because you've got a dominant story tied to that story. They're not fleeting, actually. That's why you got to keep digging, guys, so you discover how that keeps happening to you. I hope I didn't destroy my hair. Oh, no, Ellen, don't say that. Of course you didn't. Yes, I loved her dark hair so much better, and she's been teaching to take action in 3D. Yeah, why is she doing that? No, Ellen, your hair looks wonderful like that. I love it. I'm not saying Kim's hair looks gross. I'm saying I just think she had naturally such beautiful, natural colored hair. And just a blonde with mousy brown hair can't possibly understand why anyone with a natural, beautiful color would go to the hairdressers. That's all I'm saying. Because I have to keep going. The upkeep of blonde hair is expensive. Like, look how much my roots have come through. Like, I need to go to the hairdressers at the moment, and I just haven't had the time. But if you've got beautiful natural hair, I just can't understand why you get rid of it, because her hair, that natural raven hair, was just so stunning. I'm just like, why would you touch it? I just think she's a stunning looking woman. I was just like, why would you touch your beautiful natural hair? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it doesn't look good. It looks great on her. Just upkeep. It's upkeep to have blonde hair, especially really blonde hair. A clairvoyant I saw last week said, if your SP comes back, it will be hell. I know it's not real, but how can get moving? Anna, why are you fucking listening to that shit? I'm not even going to answer that. It's your dominant assumption it's going to be hell. So there you go. It just came out the bitch's mouth. Should you keep the same visual, or can you keep changing it? You can keep changing it, but it's good to repeat. Like, one time you imagine dating, next time you imagine marriage. If you're just in the state of together, who cares what the scene is? Doesn't matter. I watch your I Am Not a Guru. I watch your I Am Not a Guru 3 times, yes. Drop the name, Doce. Yeah, who was that, Doce? Who was the coach? After giving for me came from having a mother who overcame and made me feel guilty or selfish when I said no to people. Yes, sometimes I feel guilty now as an adult saying no, but I have to slap myself. Oh, my mum was a massive overgiver. Used to overgive to my dad, overgive to everyone, overgive. And so I've just got this natural overgiving tendency because I watch my mum doing it. It's annoying. Is affirming in a mirror as if you're talking to ESP a good way to manifest? Absolutely, darling, do that. Look at their picture too. I got to a point where I don't feel the need to actively affirm. Is that normal? That's wonderful. Does that mean I felt away? No, that's great, darling. It means you're in the state of the new year. It's wonderful. We're waiting. Yes, drop the name. Manifest and Kimberly, yes, I highly recommend that account, guys. It was only when I saw other kids erased that I knew how to mess up my mum was, how messed up she was. She was sweet, smothering, but cared and still cares too much what people think. And I should too. Puts a strain. Oh, Tatiana, you sound like you grew up in my household. Smothering, sweet, cared too much about what people thought. That was my mum. Oh, who sent me a pussycat? Oh, Risa, thank you. Where's your message? You sent me a pussycat, but there's no message. Have you got a message under here, darling? Thank you for the super chat. If you've got a message, darling, just write it under here, and I'll remember your name. What's this? Hi, Lo. So in Islam, there's a time in the day where your wishes come true, but the time is unknown. Is that why we have to persist, repeat throughout the day, so what we want manifest? Well, if you want to believe in that, darling, then if that helps you that there's a time in the day, then it could be the time when you're praying, could be just decide that that's true for you and you know when the time is. Keep persisting, yes. What's the waffle saying? Oh, she's just saying that she's going to imagine making waffles for her SP or him making waffles for her in the morning. A good scene to have. Feel free to make your own discretion. If manifesting Kimberly is good for you, every person is different. You might enjoy her content and learn from her too. It's all up to you. Guys, look, they're the same. I recommend the same coaches all the time. Sometimes I might disagree with what they're saying, like Kimberly is saying about setting boundaries or manifesting Kimberly's stuff about, self-concept or something, but doesn't mean I'm not going to recommend them. I still recommend the same people all the time. Okay, they're great coaches. Yes, I did that. We just teach a bit different. Yes, I did. Thank you. Oh, good, Winnie. Harry denied spitting on him, lol. Also told a reporter, said he and Olivia today, a reporter said he and Olivia split up. Oh, really? I think it's pretty obvious they split up. Denied spitting on him. Yeah, I think people are reading into it too much. I think he might have just been looking at his phone, honestly. Espo always asked me to make him waffles. Oh, yes, that's good. I love you, Lois. Thank you for being affordable. Oh, thank you, darling. I unfollowed so many coaches because they wouldn't shut up about buying packages. Oh, guys. Look, I'm about to bring out a membership group, coaching, and a course. I might start sounding salesy all of a sudden because I've got something to sell. So if I do, I apologize. But I really don't want to be the salesy person, okay? So there'll be a method in my madness with something I'm going to do with my website as to why I'm going to do what I do, and I'll explain it in a video, guys, closer to the time when I launch my website, okay? We appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Christina. Hi, Loz. Love your approach and listen to you every morning. I'm in California. You are the best. I've shifted so much in areas of my life. Oh, wonderful, Chica. That's great. Right, have I said your name right? Newish to intentionally manifesting and working on my self-concept. I understand that I need to be on the pedestal, but if I'm so high up, will people feel less than me? No, darling, but if you've got an assumption, that will happen. So if you've got an assumption that people think you're better than them, or I had an assumption like that when I started getting my head together and going to therapy, that my friend wouldn't like it, and I had an assumption when I started this TikTok, my other friend would be jealous, and they both manifested. So don't have that assumption. I finally changed my perspective today. I've been listening to you for a year until I started to read, finally shifted my reality. Wonderful, darling. I just said all your affirmations in a row, did I, Cindy? Hi, Loz. Just getting home from work and caught your live. SP hasn't reached out much this summer. We've only seen each other one time since May. I got super triggered last week when he gave short answers, then ignored me. I asked for time together. 2 days later, texted him. I felt he didn't respect or value me with some things ending that I'm assuming was his lack of effort. He doesn't want to continue. I'm open to talking and hope to hear from him. I haven't heard anything and I'm fearful that I've completely fucked it up. I've gotten back to my self-concept affirmations. I'm trying not to lose hope advice. Okay, Sassy, you're doing a whole lot of shit in 3D and you just got to fucking stop. Put the phone down for a start. Okay, you've got to understand where you're getting your people ignore me and don't give me the love I need stuff from. It's really nothing to do with him. You're assuming his lack of effort, not prioritizing you, is about him. It's actually you're thinking about yourself that you don't get prioritized and people ignore you and don't give you the love you need that's causing him to act that way. Stop fucking blaming him for your problems. The thing you're fucking up here is thinking he's making an active choice. He's not. He's reflecting you. So have you gone and done my banish the third party sleep tape, which is about being a priority? Because I don't think you've been using those affirmations. You're focusing on him too much. I want him to make the effort. I want him to text me. Him. Why? He's reflecting your shitty self-concept that you get ignored. That's why you're even affected by him ignoring you in the first place. So, Sassy, go back and watch every single fucking video in my Manifest a Specific Person playlist because you're really not getting this and you're blaming him for your problems and you're focusing on him and everything's about him and him texting me and la 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 la, and that won't do shit. Because all he's going to do is still reflect your dominant fear that you get ignored. And that's the way I teach, because that's what happens. That's why I teach the way I do, guys. They'll only reflect you. If you don't change you, nothing will fucking change, no matter how much you change them. Okay? So how can I imagine spending Christmas with my ASP? Do I keep doing it over and over and working on self-concept? Yes, imagine having a scene where you do Christmas together. Imagine having a scene opening presents. Harry didn't spit on Chris' spine. If you watch the whole video, he looks down on his lap and picks up his sunglasses that were between his legs like he forgot to put them there and found them. Oh, is that what it is? God, people read into a whole lot of shit. How do we figure out what our limiting beliefs? Is it noticing what triggers us? They're not really limiting beliefs, guys. They're just beliefs that are fucking up your life. They're just old beliefs. I don't even call them limiting beliefs. I hate the word limiting belief. Just investigate, like I said. Why did I do this? Why did I react that way? What does that mean? What's that to do with me? Where am I getting that from? Oh, that's about this thing. The live is almost over. Love you, Loz. You're the best. Oh, Emily. Can you manifest celebrities? Yes, guys, I have. Semi-celebrities. What does Tony Robbins teach? He teaches mindset. He teaches like unleash the giant within. He's talking about your own personal power. He doesn't necessarily teach manifestation. He's just teaching mindset. It's very similar to what we teach here. He's talking about changing your state. So he gets people into a fired up, hyped up state at his seminars with doing breath work and stuff and walking on. So by the end of the 4-day seminar, they've stepped into a new state of themselves and they're actually walking on fire and not noticing their feet are burning off. Right? He gets people into new states. He just does it differently. He just goes about it in a different way. My SP, but it's a great documentary. Go and watch. It's on Netflix. It's wonderful. My SP said we're getting too serious and he wants to explore others because he regrets not dating before marriage. I have some self-concept affirmations. What do you think I should affirm? We haven't talked since Thursday. I've been rampaging my self-concept. Would it be okay to text him something simple or wait till he contacts me? It's up to you, darling. I can't tell you what to do, but you've got to figure out where you're getting that core assumption that he wants to be with other people, that you're not enough for him, that he wants to explore the world, because you've got a story that you're just not simply enough for him. So therefore he'll want others. If he was madly in love with you, wouldn't he just want you? You've got a story that that's what he wants. Get rid of that story and decide where that comes from about you and fix that. How do we cause our SP to cheat multiple times, even after crying and begging to stay each time? Well, the crying and begging to stay each time, darling, is not helping you. If you've got a dominant assumption they're going to cheat, you've got a dominant assumption they're going to leave, you've got a dominant assumption you have to cry and beg, you're doing that. What happened to you as a kid, Hannah, that causes you to think that people are going to leave? What happened to you as a kid that causes you to think that people are going to abandon you or hurt you? It's either abandon or hurt you, one of the two. Either you got abused and someone really hurt you as a kid, or you experienced cheating in front of you, like parents cheated, or you actually got abandoned, or you've got a real core rejection issue where you just don't feel like they're ever going to stick around, that you're not good enough, they're always going to choose others over you. You mighty fun, Jake went, oh, thank you, Jake. I looked bloody awful on yesterday's live. I looked back at it, I was like, oh my God, what was with my hair? My hair looked awful. My skin looked awful. I was like, God, I looked fucking awful yesterday. I think I was doing too much. I was too busy and I was in the middle of something. I just pressed live and I was like, I haven't looked at myself in the mirror. I look like shit. Thank you. Is it okay to not know how we manifested the story here in the 3D, but we know how to manifest it after? Yes, guys, if you can't figure out how, just go to the end. I watched your live from this morning. It made me cry to see you cry. Thanks for being so raw with us. You're an incredible coach. Oh, thank you, darling. Made you sad to see me cry. Thank you. I've unsubscribed to most law of assumption coaches on here. I've only stuck with you watching every live and Create Your Future. Oh, thank you, darling. Look, Create Your Future is a wonderful channel and they keep out of everyone's business and they're just very non-political and lovely. And Amanda's just a lovely person. I love Amanda. Got it. Love you, Loz. And thank you for all you do. And I think she's got wonderful self-concept. Go and watch her videos. She's great. Thank you for doing. You're welcome, darling. How can I manifest pregnancy for this cycle? Well, just decide you're pregnant. Decide you have a child, darling. Well, don't worry about the cycle. Don't worry about getting pregnant. You'll worry about the how. Go right to the end of having a child. Imagine a baby in your arms. Bing, pregnant. I mean, mother. Go to the end of mother, darling, not the cycle. Don't worry about the cycle. Thanks, Oz. Even for the harsh truth, lol. I definitely needed that. The old me had trust issues and constantly worried about being left. I'm no longer that girl. Yes, decide you're no longer that girl. Loz, how do I affirm for a new apartment? I love my current one, but a girlfriend of mine lives in a beautiful modern apartment. I totally feel like I'm supposed to live there too, lol. Well, decide you do, darling. Decide you live in an equally beautiful apartment or that apartment. Yes, but she charges like $5K. Who is this? Will you still do lives after your course comes out? Yes, guys, of course. And also I'll be going live every week in the new membership group, the new paid Facebook group. And I'll be going live coaching people as well as the Facebook Friday. The only thing that's going to change is Facebook Friday will go from the free Facebook group to the paid group because there's only so much time I've got in the week and I need to move that to the other group, okay? But I'll do challenges and success story lives in the free one still, like new stuff in the free group if you don't want to join the paid group, okay? Hey, it's me again. My mum's name is Liz. I'm Mel. I'm the 14. Oh, okay. I'm the 14-year-old and just got off the phone with my friend telling me a bunch of his limiting beliefs about my friend being slutty. He said she won't succeed. Oh, no, darling. Forget about what that friend said. I feel like I'm more sexual and crazy too. I feel like I won't be successful because of that. Darling, who gives a shit about that? Successful in life, and I know I need to work more on self-concept, but it can be really hard. Darling, just get rid of that belief that that's even a problem. I had a belief when I was growing up because I was really promiscuous and kissed lots of boys that people thought I was like that. I never even slept with anybody. And there were all these other girls sleeping with guys. I never did that. And yet I had a reputation for being this, girl who got with everybody. And I swear to you, I never slept with anyone, not one of them. Because I had a dominant assumption that what I was doing was wrong. Get rid of that, darling. Don't even think that. Own your feelings. Hey, Loz, my result will come out today. I'm a little anxious, but overall feeling good. Don't be anxious, darling. Decide the result you want. See the result you want. Someone just DM me to listen to a song. I don't really talk to this person and haven't heard from them in weeks. Is perfectly? Yes, darling, absolutely. This just jumped. What is your take on empaths? Is that a real thing, or assumptions on others and poor self-concept? It's just an assumption that you take on people's feelings, guys. I used to feel like I was that person, but it's actually because I was just no overgiver and chronic people pleaser. Thank you so much for talking to me, Loz. Really appreciate you helping me a lot. I'm crying right now. Oh, Lizzie, don't cry. I've noticed I manifest boyfriends that aren't expressive with their feelings. What does that say about my self-concept? So when you're a kid, darling, maybe your parents didn't express their feelings to you or tell you they love you or give you attention or affection. Maybe you had a household that wasn't very affectionate, or maybe you had a household where you weren't given the love you need or told or given validation. And so you actually have attracted people like that into your life. Sorry, manifested people like that into your life. Hi, Loz. This guy goes to me, but came to apologize after 5 months. It was good, going good, and then we're planning a date, but out of nowhere, he says he wants nothing from me because I accuse him. I don't. How to revise? I'll just revise the whole accusation thing, darling. Just like, he's making that up. I don't know where he's getting that from. He's silly. He comes to me and says, oh, I don't know where I got that from. I don't know. Someone told me something. I don't know why I believe them. I'm sorry. Imagine them apologizing to you, darling. But you've also got a story that you do things wrong and you fuck things up. That's where that's coming from. That's how you get ghosted, or people push you away or reject you. Mm-hmm. How about hearing my aunts talking about their brothers? My uncles are cheaters and grandpa had a ton of women. Oh, there you go. So if you hear stories like that, you'll have a story that this is what men are like, and then they'll turn up that way in your reality as an adult. Can you explain overconsumption of info on law of assumption? Yes. If you consume so much content, guys, that you get confused by what people are saying, you should only stick to the coaches. That's why I keep saying the same coaches' names, because if they're veering from the topic or start saying, now the thing to do is this. No, there's no other now. Like if people start suddenly going, oh, the thing to do now is just revision. Or the thing to do now is stepping into the state. We're teaching stepping into the state by revision. We're teaching changing states. That's what the whole point of this is, right? If people are changing their viewpoints on what to do, the whole of law of assumption is, what do you think you am? That's what manifests. Everything we're doing is to change our I amness. That's all it is. So if you get confused by other people, or you're over consuming because you feel like you haven't got this yet, and that's a problem. That's a whole lot of, I need to learn more, I'm not ready, and not stepping into the state that you know what you're doing also. I haven't watched a single creator's video for probably since I started this account, unless you guys have specifically asked me to go and watch certain coaches' videos. And I very rarely do it. I don't even want to do it. Why is it better to loop the same scene rather than switching it up? And it's not better. It's just that repetition is good. Just like affirming repetitively. Sinks into your mind more. Successful. Wait, he has people walking on actual fire. Yeah, that's what he does at the end of his very small conferences. Like, watch Oprah. She went to a Tony Robbins thing and walked on fire at the end. They all do. It's the fire walking. I do it on day 4. Not at the big conferences, but at the smaller ones that cost a lot of money. That's what they do at the end. Oprah's done it. I mean, it's ashes, but it's actual. Yeah, it's actual. It's fiery. Somewhere I read doubt and fear are the devil, which goes against faith, which is exactly what Neville teaches. Yes. So doubt the devil in the Bible means doubt. Translated in the old Hebraic language, it means devil. It means doubt. It doesn't mean an entity called the devil who takes things from you or does things to you. It means doubt. Do I have to revise my childhood or just imagine my SP being expressive enough? Darling, I can't even remember my fucking childhood, so I'm not going to revise it. So I'm not going to tell you to, unless you can. Wow, so true. My parents would show me they love me rather than say it. They started expressing when I got older. My boyfriend the same. He'd show me but doesn't express. So you just manifest people are like that, guys. That Sherry girl on TikTok was coaching this morning on live, and she's like, what action and steps do we need to take when we're faced with the 3D? And I'm like, you take no fucking action. I'm not going to comment on any more coaches, guys. I talk to guys all the time, but none of them ask me out. Then when I ask them out, they say yes, but never go through. Please help. Well, you've got a dominant assumption that no one ever asks you out and you have to do it. So change that. That's why it's happening, darling. That's your dominant assumption that no one wants you and that you have to pursue them. Hi, Loz. I successfully manifested my marks, and now I'm manifesting that I'm moving on in my course. Do I just affirm no matter what I'll succeed in my course? Just imagine you've passed it, darling. The whole thing, you've graduated or whatever. You got to the end. Okay, what should we call this one, guys? It's number 80, live number 80. Setting boundaries. Set no boundaries. We'll call it that. And what else do we talk about? Harry Styles. What else do we talk about? What else do we talk about this live, guys? Core beliefs or uncovering you. We'll call it that. Boundaries and uncovering your self-concept. All right, guys, it's number 80 and it will be live in a minute. You can watch it back. I've got to go because I have a million things to do on the website. And please do put your email in the email alert. I've pinned it here somewhere and I'll put it in the comment below so you get alerted to the course when it's out. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching me. I will see you soon. Harry Styles. Harry Styles spitting. Did Harry Styles spit? Waffles. No, I call waffles. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.